if there are children listening to the program now or watching me or listening to my voice, I need you to avert their eyes or cover their ears. It turns out the Muppets, which have been around for a long time, are the latest instruments in which the left and liberals will use to poison the minds of your children. Yes, you've all heard about how SpongeBob SquarePants is turning your kids gay. Maybe you've heard my recordings of interviewing the people from the American Family Association on how Lenny the shark in that movie, what was it called? I don't remember. Turning your children gay. Well, now, fortunately, Fox Business News, has broken this story, and it's disturbing.
Yes, and then, when he thought they were alone, he said, "There's oil under this studio, see? I'm gonna tear it to the ground, see? Sweet, sweet oil, see?"
People still talk like that?
Maybe that's just how he sounded in my head. Either way, we've got to find Kermit. He'll know what to do.
Welcome back to Follow the Money. The Muppets are back and being terrorized by an evil oil executive in their new movie. Liberal Hollywood depicting a successful businessman as evil. That's not new.
Are these people serious? I mean, I understand that there's a dearth of news out there, and particularly if you're Fox Business News, you need to really make up a lot of stuff. But are they really complaining that the Muppets movement has chosen for their evil guy to be a businessman? I mean, by definition, aren't all evil villains businessmen? Right? I mean, it's like, what is the evil artist going to do? I'm an artist. I'm an evil teacher. And so my plan is to take over all the schools and teach everyone. No, they all do it for money. Right? So, I mean, can you imagine, like, if the story was like someone was complaining that, hey, how come your evil person is black? What, how Fox would just say, political correctness. So the guy's a businessman. What is he supposed to be? An astronaut? What would an evil astronaut do? People are evil villains because they're trying to make a lot of money and control everything. Is that any different from executive at an oil company? Probably not.
Joining me now, Dan Gaynor from the Media Research Center. Dan, let's point this out. This oil Muppet, evil man that he is called Tex Richman. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, it's amazing how far the left will go just to stoop to manipulate your kids to convince them, give the anti-corporate message. I mean, this is a Muppet movie, for goodness sakes. The only thing green that should be up on that screen should be Kermit the Frog.
The only thing green should be what is he talking about? There's an evil guy who's not trying to get money? Is that what he's saying?
I think he's automatically putting liberals and the left with, environmental reasons like going green.
I see. Okay, yeah. Come on, protecting the planet. Come on. Is that really something that you want the heroes to do? What are they supposed to be doing? What are the Muppets supposed to be doing that would make these people happy? Like, why aren't they fighting the Chinese? Why aren't the Muppets fighting the Chinese? Why cannot the Muppets go after terrorists in the Middle East? Right? I mean, come on, Texas rich man. What is stunning to me is that these people can actually go on TV and not just at one point go, I know it's ridiculous we're doing this. All right.
And so what's actually going on here? I mean, I'll put it out there. Is liberal Hollywood using class warfare to kind of brainwash our kids?
Yeah, absolutely. And they've been doing it for decades.
Right.
I mean, Hollywood, the left, the media, they hate the oil industry. They hate corporate America. And so you'll see all these movies attacking it, whether it's Cars 2, which was another kids' movie, the George Clooney movie, Syriana, There Will Be Blood, all these movies attacking the oil industry.
He just mentioned 3 movies.
And only one of the other ones, other than the Muppets movie he mentioned, were kids' movies.
Right. But no, he's just mentioned 3 movies that have been released over the past 4 years. You never see a movie glorifying making money or buying things. That never happens. There's never any movies that glorify making money or success or buying things. That never happens. No, we just have 3 movies that are released each year. Cars, which I guess also sort of glorify a product. And then there's Syriana. And that's all people have been watching. It's just basically Syriana and that cartoon Cars.
None of them, reminding people that what oil means for most people, which is fuel to, light a hospital or heat your home or maybe fuel an ambulance to get you to the hospital if you need that. And they don't want to tell that story.
This summer, fuel. It heats your home. And it lights the lights in your hospital.
What's the rest of the story? That's the story. This guy, according to this guy, the only movies that people should be watching are documentaries on oil production.
Quick, we're running out of oil. Drill, baby, drill.
Right, it's the story of Hanukkah. Can you imagine, for just one moment, what if the Maccabees had the opportunity to do their own domestic oil drilling? We wouldn't have needed an 8-day miracle. We could have had an 800 years miracle. Brought to you by Conoco.
Is there any Occupy Wall Street Muppets?
There should be. I mean, this is what they're teaching our kids. You wonder why we've got a bunch of Occupy Wall Street people walking around all around the country. They've been indoctrinated literally for years by this kind of stuff, whether it was, Captain Planet or Nickelodeon's Big Green Help or, The Day After Tomorrow, the Al Gore influenced movie. All of that is what they're teaching, is that corporations are bad, oil industry is bad. And ultimately, what they're telling our kids is what they told you in the movie The Matrix.
Right.
That mankind is a virus on poor old Mother Earth.
All right, Dan, I'm sorry, we ran out of time. I'd love to bring the story up again. But I remember when I was a little kid, we were poor. We were dead broke, in fact. And my parents would see someone wealthy driving by and be like, see that guy? He started a business. He worked hard. You can be like that someday. Not pointing the finger at Tex Richman and saying he's a bad guy.
I wonder if this guy, when he looked up and his parents said, see that guy? He's rich. He started a business. I hope that guy looked up at his father and said, what the fuck is wrong with you, Dad? Why are you so pathetic? Why are you such a horrible person that you're not like that guy? Thank you for not letting us watch Sesame Street, Dad, so that I'm not an Occupy Wall Street guy. Well, so, okay. No big deal. At least these guys just spent, like 3 minutes on that? It's not like it's going to dominate the news, right?
Dan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks very much, Eric.
All right, Carolyn Heldman is back along with one of my fantastic co-hosts on The Five, Andrea Tanteros. By the way, Andrea, the only good number on Sesame Street is clearly 5.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Well, it is. It's brainwashing in the most obvious form, right? I just wish liberals could leave little
Wait a
kids alone.
second! You mean there's more analysis that is necessary for this Muppet movie? This is how pathetic these people are. You know what this is? And this goes on and on and on, right? Where they're brainwashed.
It goes on for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Unbelievable. Fox News, apparently they could not bring themselves to initiate the war on Christmas this year. And so the Muppets, last refuge of a network too tired to bring up the war on Christmas. Hide your kids. Those commie Muppets are coming.